Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This week we're going to be taking logs cut off of the land here and running them through the sawmill and putting them on our ceiling. I drug these 80-foot long pine trees out of a pile about this big around. It's been laying there for 2 years. Then I put them on the sawmill, cut all the trash away, throwed it, took all the good wood out of it that I could. Stacked it all up and run it through the planer. Then laid it all out, treated it for bugs and mold and fungus. Then let it dry, and then turned it over and put a clear coat on all of it. And then brought it up here and cut every stupid little piece to fit up on this ceiling. That's where I've been. Where I'm going is back to my normal job tomorrow. Maybe my neck will straighten up and quit being bent like this. I've had another 10 days to finish this. So as soon as my neck gets straightened back up, I have to ask the boss if I can have another week off so I can finish the ceiling. I don't think winter's gonna wait on me, and the cold air is just gonna get up in there. The warm air is gonna get up in that, in the ceiling. I gotta get that stopped before it gets too cold. You can shut that thing off now. I got the tip of it hung up on that little tree. It's wedged between that little tree and that log there, so I'll just cut my length side of it right there where it's at. That actually looks like a good tree still.
Oh my word, huge spider, huge. No, I'm wearing my flip flops.
Where?
Kind of done. Which one?
find a little piece up there in the corner around that log if it'll fit. First two lights I cut in, I didn't have a template or nothing to follow. I just kind of wedged the board up there, tried to mark it that way, and then I wound up taking it down and pressing a piece of paper up there to get me a template made, and then I cut another one out of cardboard. I think it's laying up there. And then put the board back up there and held the cardboard about where the light was and traced out around that. So I'm going to do the same thing up here, pull the lights out. Now I'm going to get a board cut the length, kind of fasten it up where it's about where it's going to be, and then hold that cardboard up there and try to draw that circle out and then take it back down and cut it again. These are them real sticky logs that I was cutting. It's actually the nicest wood I got because there's the least amount of rot and bug holes in it. And cut that clean off there. Open the door one. Whoever comes in. Alright, we got 23 and 2.5. Okay. 23 and 2.5. I turned the board upside down. This is how it's going to go up on the ceiling, just like this. And there was 23 right there. And then I measured over from that other board, and it was 2.5. That was 2.5 right there. Alright, so take this. There's the 23. There's the 2.5. Here's the size of the light. Try to find. I'll measure the other one down it up because I know it's not exact like this one. It's a little closer to that edge. That's where I tripped the breaker. My saw will burn up. I was trying to cut these holes out with my old jigsaw, which is gotta be 20 or 30 years old. Finally burn up, so I'm gonna try to sawzall the rest of that hole out. At least I can get past that light, and then tonight or tomorrow I'll go buy me a new jigsaw. Whoa, that's something right there. What did I do wrong? out of this big. That ain't right either. I think I did it for me. No, it ain't absolutely, it's not right. Son of a gun. I don't know what I did here. Oh, I did it with it upside down. Oh yeah. Okay, how did I miss my measurement like that? I must have misread my tape on that first hole. I guess. Yeah, be careful with that. Thank you. Yeah, 23. So I had the tape up here like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 32. Well, I read it upside down, 23. And I marked it at 23, so it's 10 inches. Exactly. I read the dang tape upside down. Instead of 32 and 23. If I was dyslexic, that would have worked out just fine. I feel a little dyslexic right now. I'll take some off that end, put a piece in down there on that end. Yeah, not exactly what I wanted, but read that silly tape measure upside down. It doesn't look like anything here is 11 inches long. That should probably be what I cut off. That's what I cut off. Looks like it come off the same tree. About a foot longer than what I need. I'm hoping if I take 11 inches and just square this one up, I'll still be able to use it for that too. Fix that one with it. 9 1/4, that's what it is. I'm gonna take 11 of this. Yeah, because I've only been needing like 139 and a half. Looks like I'll have a 1/2 inch to spare. Christmas. One thing about building a house, sure do get a bunch of new tools before it's over with.
What are you doing right now?
I'm scribing a line on this board to get it to seep down in against that log better. This whole cabin build, I've been using an old Black & Decker jig saw that my little brother left at my house probably 20 years ago. And I cut all the little circle shapes for all my walls and everything in the house with it. And that thing served its purpose, but last night it finally burned up on me, so I had to go pick up a new one. So we'll try this thing out today. At least I'm not attached to a cord, but that old Black & Decker served its purpose. I think it was probably 20-25 years old at least.
Is it tighter?
It's better. There's still some gap, but I think I'm gonna go with it. Or Sammy, come give me that drill. Is it tied up?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a lot better.
Bring it my way. All right. Got a little stubby pencil. Reaching in here and marking this one. That way I don't mess up like I did last night and mismeasure something. I'd say maybe not quite a half, but probably a good 40% of the wood out of these logs that I've been milling up to put on the ceiling of this was already too far gone to use. I threw a lot of it away as I milled, and then when I was planing, I planed a lot of bad spots off. I cut ends off of it and done about everything I could to salvage these logs I got left, get enough wood to do this ceiling. I think it's looking pretty good. I mean, the video for this, you know, we need to probably put it out by Thursday. So I'd like to get both gable ends done and this whole half of the house done so you can get a good idea of what it's going to look like. But I sure have been having to go through a lot of boards and a lot of logs just to get out some good stuff, but I think we'll still have enough there to get it all put together. it's Monday and I'm supposed to be back at my normal job today. We got enough rain over the weekend, kind of slowed that hauling down, so we got about a dozen boards left that's ready to be put on the ceiling. It's got all the stain and everything on it, so I'm gonna get those loaded up and try to get those put on the cabin today, and then go back to hauling logs and equipment tomorrow. Be a little drier then. I got this last dozen pieces brought up here. Got a lot of trash in here that I wasn't paying attention to earlier, and I've been selecting out my better boards as I've been putting this stuff up. So now that I'm down to the last dozen or so pieces, I'm finding a lot of problems with the stuff I got left. These two here, I got, they're split pretty bad. So I'm gonna take a few minutes and go through this stuff and cut them down to where they're usable pieces before I start putting anything up today. Thought I'd be able to get another dozen full pieces put up, but it looks like the time I'm done, maybe if I get 8 or 10 of them put up, I'll be lucky. But we'll cut all this stuff away and see what we got left to work with. I'm pushing them all down, trying to get them lined up, and I got all left this silly thing, and I gotta push it up to get it to line up.
And it's harder that way.
Well, it seemed to be harder that way, and I decided I just do it the same way I've been doing the rest of them, just in the opposite direction. Well, the last few anyway. Before I was just fighting it with a pry bar until I brought this thing up. The problem I got now is I got a silly screw stuck in there. It's holding me up. Samuel, what? Bring me my hammer.
Got your hammer.
Climb up.
I wasn't building anything, I was just laying down.
It's alright, come on. Yes, when I set my easy chair, look at my house. I can see every little scar and water there. Most of them are fighting. The reason they're there. Finally, I finished putting the screws in.
I made this little wagon out of some scrap woods, and so we put these. So we had some leftover light. I had little light holes when he was cutting out the lights on our roof, and then he cut me out these. Here's my little wagon.
You did a good job putting it together.
I need that handle pump.
Oh, you want me to pump it?
Yeah. Wow. That tightened it right up. Fit in there. See the cutout on this thing. Try to get equal measurements here and here. And get that as tight in that log as I can, then I'll cut a piece to fit in.